India were the first team to play them. But 24 years later, they have managed something which we never thought would be possible considering the backdrop. A country is in the midst of a revolution, the government has been overthrown, a guy is basically gotten an FIR register, one of Bangladesh's top stars. Yet they come to Pakistan, a team that they have always wanted to beat considering the history that has happened. And today in Rawalpindi, it's happened. Bangladesh have managed to beat Pakistan in a test match for the very first time. And that too, they didn't do it in their own terms in Dhaka, Mirpur, in Chattogram or in Fatullah. They did it in Pakistan's own place. They did it in Rawalpindi.
See, the two teams have been playing Test cricket for about 24 years now, and this was their 15th match.
Yes.
Statistical wise, Pakistan have, I think, won 12 or 13 of it. There was one draw, if I am not wrong, and this is Bangladesh's first ever Test victory against Pakistan. And overall, there's one record that is also, stretched for Pakistan, and it's not a good place to be in. To be very honest, it's not really a good record. So Pakistan are yet to win a test match at home in more than 3.5 years now.
Wow.
The last time they won a test series at home was way back in 2020-2021 season when they defeated South Africa 2-0. Since then, they have lost to Australia 1-0 in a 3-match series. They lost to England 3-0. It was a complete whitewash, and they drew the 2-match series against New Zealand 0-0.
You
so
said
no wins.
Pakistan is not a good place to be in, isn't it? That's what you said.
As far as cricket is
No.
concerned.
I mean, I get the sentiment totally. I mean, why would you want to play on concrete slabs each and every time? Even Naseem Shah, he's criticized the Pakistani establishment for producing these kind of pitches.
No, they want to play on flat tracks because everyone has their own agenda. See, you talked about this being the darkest day for Pakistan cricket, and I totally agree with you on that. Even though they have had darker days, be it losing to the Afghanistan side in the ODI World Cup, losing out on a spot in the T20 World Cup, also they lost to USA. So they have had darker days also. But why I would consider this to be the darkest day in those sense is that we often talk about the fact that the gap in T20s and ODIs is way lesser than Test cricket. In Test cricket, if you are a quality side, even if you have a bad half an hour, bad 40 minutes, a bad session, a bad day even for that matter, you can bounce back. But because Pakistan has not been able to do that, this clearly shows that it's not just their mindset, or it's not just that they are sort of losing out on certain points. It's in whole that their system and their skill set is sort of taken a dip since then. And why they want to play on flat tracks is that everyone in that team, everyone not just in the team, even in the management, have their own agendas there. Everyone wants to fight for their own place. It's not about it's not about doing it for the team. Like Babar would want himself to go sort of get those runs. Rizwan has his own agenda. Now in the first innings, he scored 174 odd runs. The way he 171. The way he sort of ended that day, if that would have been that more counter-attacking. You saw it from the Bangladesh side also on end of day 3, if I'm not wrong, when the day was sort of coming to an end, they sort of thrashed the Pakistani bowlers to take that lead of that 100 odd runs. So that clearly shows that both the sides were on a different tangent. Until the time Pakistan stays on this tangent, until the time everything internally is not fine, there are going to be even more darker days to come.
No, I mean, look at it. Pakistan cricket is in crisis. Okay, let's make no bones about it.
Absolutely.
And they have been in crisis for a very long time. I mean, it started from 2000 onwards. In this millennium itself, it started.
2021, I'd say, was still an okay year for them.
I'll tell you why. The problems for Pakistan cricket. First, the spectre of terrorism didn't ensure that not many teams came to Pakistan. Okay. When India decided that Pakistan was being kept alive with India's tours in 2004 and 2006, when that stopped, Pakistan cricket was in its they were going towards the path of destruction. 2009, when the Sri Lankan team was attacked, they had no home. No nation toured Pakistan for 6 years. When they started coming, look at the pitches and look at the infrastructure that's been dealt to them. Flat decks, no assistance of bowlers. Took something special from someone to ensure that they got done. But look at it, as Sid pointed out, 2021 onwards, they haven't won anything. And You make flat decks, yet Pakistan are losing on those flat decks. They lost a series to Australia 1-0. They were clean swept by England. They were held to
Almost
a
on the
draw,
verge of losing against New Zealand.
but they held out for a draw.
yeah.
Last time a team played very badly to ensure they lose was South Africa. That series, it was Pakistan who had their moments at that point. But
Yeah.
here, losing to Bangladesh, I mean, this is where I will get two factors in this. Factor number one, was the declaration hasty? Factor number two, let's look at the Pakistan bowling lineup. If we can, bowling lineup, go down.
Yeah,
go
I
down.
was also
No, just go up.
Up in
up.
the first inning, and not
First
just that.
innings.
This wicket was supposed to be a wicket that was going to assist the
Yeah.
fast bowlers, and I think that was the plan. That was how they read the wicket.
Totally misinterpreted.
Exactly,
You had
totally. They
four-
had to bowl Saim Ayub by the end of it to take those wickets because they dropped. They were playing a spinner less.
Aga Salman
is not really a spinner. He's more of a spinner.
Yeah.
That's where
off spinner.
That's
41
why they
overs.
play- even Saim Ayub for that matter. Saim Ayub know nothing about that. He's a really good leg spinner. I feel he's got a lot of potential in him as a spinner. But still, you cannot drop a spinner to play a pacer thinking that it's going to be a fast bowling wicket. And that too in your home conditions, you're not reading the wickets right. And what Babar has done, he wanted a flat track so that he could go and have those runs. He wasn't able to do that.
No, and Azhar Mahmood also was I think he's the assistant coach.
yeah.
He had some gobbledygook. We wanted the pitch in this way, but it turned out in some other way, and east went to west went to east. Something on those lines he was saying at that point. Naseem Shah was blunt. He stated that the pitches are not up to the mark, and that's why we struggle. But even on flat decks, Pakistan's batting just doesn't shape up. I mean, look at it. If you look at the first innings, it was basically
Saud Shakil and
Mohammad Rizwan and Saud Shakil. But in the second innings, look at it. Naseem Shah, Shaheen Afridi, Khurram and all are pacers. Look at the damage done by the Bangladeshi spinners.
Exactly.
Mehdi Hassan taking 4 wickets, Shakib Al Hasan taking 3 wickets. Okay, Shariful, Hassan and Nahid, look at the workload management that they had. 11, 10, 6, just 27 overs. Look at, go up to the first innings here, Pawan. 27, Shaheen bowled 30, Naseem bowled 27, Khurram Shahzad bowled 29, Aga Salman, who is
41.
not a full-time, 41. Look at the 167 overs of toil that they had to put in.
I think you very well talked about that Pakistan cricket is in some kind of crisis. I think it's been the case for more than 4 or 5 years now, because you look at their test performances, it's clearly established that they haven't really won anything at home in the past 3.5 years. But you can look at the overseas performances also. There also you haven't really won. You have failed to defeat Australia twice in a row.
No,
It was
you're not defeated Australia for 29 years.
for 29 years now, for that matter. Not even a single test match for that matter.
In Australia. This is in Australia we're talking about.
The only, I think one of those major wins that Pakistan has achieved.
New Zealand 2016.
New Zealand 2016 was that when they defeated, I think, South Africa in a one-day series a couple of years ago. That's the only,
Plus draws
remarkable
in
achievement
England,
that I can
2-2,
remember.
1-1.
Yeah,
And
that's
also the
what it is,
T20 World Cups,
basically.
21 and 22 to an extent.
So overall, I think as far as their test team is concerned, there hasn't been any kind of progress. Yes, the talents have come in. Abrar Ahmed, Khurram Shahzad.
Abrar Ahmed, you're not playing today because you thought it was going to be a fast bowler. Are you serious?
So overall, I think Pakistan cricket is definitely in a state wherein they really have to start winning on a consistent basis, and until that happens, there is going to be a lot of flack.
But me tell me, even if India wants to create those fast tracks in India, okay, you know that in a 5-day game, what the nature of the wicket is, that's going to come up eventually. Not on day one, maybe on first day there is help for the fast bowler, second day, third day to an extent, but you cannot expect that on the 4th and 5th day.
See,
you're playing all pace attacks in Pakistan in Rawalpindi.
It's not about the conditions here, and I'm pretty much sure that what I'm about to say, you would agree with it. It's not about the conditions, it's about the class of players that you have. It's about the do you have players who can actually survive at the test level, or can probably make sure that can guide you to those important wins when it is required in those big WTC matches. I don't really think Pakistan has those many class players. And that's where I feel even their domestic cricket, let alone I think the Pakistan Super League also, nothing is really helping them, because it's not really about the conditions here. It's about, do you have the talent that can compete with the very best that is there? I don't think so.
I totally agree with you here, but the only thing that I disagree, on which I would disagree, is that that I don't think that class and the skill set is the problem. I think it's more about the mindset you have. Even in India, you have seen there are many times that some player is picked. We might not agree with that. Players in the dressing room would have some rifts and everything. But what the end goal, everyone, even if there are different opinions in the dressing room, the end goal for is that nobody's intention is to do any harm to the team or to India in general. It's about, but in Pakistan, it's more about personal milestones and personal goals. In India, at least players, even if they are having different opinions, it's for their end ultimate goal is to do betterment for the team. But in Pakistan, I feel that's not the case, because otherwise, just look, if like even during the T20 World Cup, I remember saying this a lot of times, that each player individually, if you just put them in different teams, I feel each one of them is a match winner in Pakistan side. It's just that when they're combined, it's, I don't know what happens.
Look, there is three factors at play here: bad conditions, bad decision making. It's bad decision making and bad temperament. Look at the shots that were played by some of the Pakistan batters today. Yes. It was still okay. There were cracks emerging. If one ball hit the crack, it would scoot through low. Just ask Shaheen Afridi.
Yeah.
But look at Babar Azam. Babar Azam today inside combined edge. 22 runs he scored, and he could have been out for a pair had Litton Das not dropped the catch of Shariful. He would have been out on a pair. On this wicket, a pair. That shows Babar Azam is in serious trouble at that point. Now, the kind of shot today that he played of Hassan Mahmood, okay? Nahid Rana. Nahid Rana bowled it wide. It was on a drivable length. But Babar, I think, rooted to the crease, played away from his body, went for the cover drive.
There was no feet movement actually.
It was
and he is in that sort of a player.
And his patented cover drive, okay? Yeah. But it dragged back onto the stumps. Which shows Babar Azam is not in the space that he has to be in.
Exactly.
And look at the shots that were played yet again. I mean, just go down in the Pakistan second innings. Abdullah Shafiq, bad shot. Yeah. I mean, look at even Saud Shakil, reckless shot. And this is Saud Shakil we are talking about. Who
has been Pakistan's mainstay ever since his
Yes, and one of the future, if I may say, kind of, if you look at it, gives me a lot of Azhar Ali vibes.
Yes, he does.
Solidity and that too adaptability. But terrible shot. And okay, Rizwan, he fought till the end, 51. He at least ensured Pakistan didn't get a innings defeat.
But I wasn't too happy with Rizwan, the way Rizwan played on day or on the first innings, even though he got that 171 run. But I think it wasn't for the team.
Okay, now go up. Okay. Now go up in the first innings. Okay, 448. How many overs did it take for them to get? 130.
Exactly, that's what point I'm trying
Which to. Is, exactly. If you look at it, 3.6, 3.7.
On this wicket. And see Bangladesh's, can we see the Bangladesh first innings?
See, 167, 565, okay?
In how many overs are
167.
Okay.
167 meaning 334, less than Pakistan. The scoring rate was lesser than Pakistan. Now, I don't agree with you for the fact, look at the strike rate, 71. That too batting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Number 6.
Yeah.
I don't think intent was the problem, which is why I think
it was more of a rushed declaration.
Why did Shan Masood want to declare?
True.
Look,
I think you want to make a statement by doing that. Okay, we are going to make that bold declaration and push you to a limit wherein we want to check whether Bangladesh can really step up or not. And that's where I think Bangladesh, this is where I think Pakistan probably made the mistake of taking Bangladesh lightly, because this is not the same Bangladesh test team now. Let's just be very clear about it. Bangladesh, in their very home conditions, they have won test matches now.
Yeah, they
won
beat
it against Australia. They've defeated England, Sri Lanka for that matter. So Bangladesh is a different test team, and coming into these conditions, which are obviously subcontinent conditions, Bangladesh would have had some kind of an idea as to how they want to go about their business, and that's exactly what happened. The likes of Rahim and all, they may have obviously underperformed in the overseas conditions, but overall in the subcontinent conditions, they have really proven to be very effective performers, and that's what they showed here.
Because that is the reason I don't agree with the fact that Rizwan played for himself. No, 71.5.
No,
I would feel agreed with the fact that, okay, you took 2 days. Okay, I understand that most part of day 1 was washed out. Most part.
And maybe that's also a reason why Shan wanted to.
But Shan Masood should realize that the wicket already after day 1 and 2 was already a concrete slab.
Yeah.
And it still remained a concrete slab, but Pakistan do Pakistan things. They become Panikistan. What they do is look at the shots that they played today. It was clear sign of panic, and you felt, okay, maybe we are not in the game anymore. When 117 runs were conceded, that oh, we have got a lead. I am really sorry. I think at that time they really shot themselves in the foot, because Bangladesh allowed a partnership of over 200 between Saud Shakil and Mohammad Rizwan. But then after that, it is a really, really fantastic situation that you look at that Bangladesh created. So Pakistan embarrassed. Many people say, oh, how come it's an Bangladesh won on merit? I'll just take Asad Usman's comment. I'm sorry, boss. You are supposed to do well in your own home turf. So it is an embarrassment. I mean, Pakistan have been embarrassing themselves for over decades now. I'm sorry.
I'll just go back to the previous WTC cycle now. So when those fixtures were announced, it was very much in Pakistan's favor. Okay, that Pakistan are once again back to playing in their home conditions. Now they're going to face the likes of Australia and England, who don't really have a great record in the subcontinent conditions. So Pakistan stand a good chance to reach the WTC finals. There also Pakistan failed. And now this time around too, they have once again failed to live up to the reputation or the expectations of performing well in the home conditions. So when it comes to the title, that what kind of a title I think is this one, to be very honest, there is nothing wrong with it, because Pakistan cricket team has embarrassed themselves.
They have embarrassed themselves for 3 to 4 years, Asad Usman.
And they have only themselves to blame.
Exactly.
That's it.
Because poor infrastructure, your domestic system already has had an overhaul. Now there are it's now become provincial, if I am not mistaken. Earlier there would be team like, there would be WAPDA, if I am not mistaken, Water and Power Development Authority.
Yeah.
There would be the banks who would be coming in. Habib Bank, if I am not mistaken, had a team. You had also, now it has become Punjab, South Punjab, Central. Then there is also all the other, Balochistan, Quetta, all those places. You do have provincial cricket.
Yeah.
But then how is it helping? Your Qaid-e-Azam isn't helping. Your PSL isn't helping. Whatever you're doing at this point in time, Pakistan, you're not able to prepare proper pitches. When was the last time you prepared a pitch which was kind of a thriller? Maybe to a certain extent Karachi versus New Zealand.
Or maybe that test against South Africa, in which Aiden Markram scored that 100, but it was Hassan Ali's reverse swinging spell that guided them to a win. That I think was once again in Karachi.
Karachi.
Yes.
Where is Pakistan's factory of reverse swing bowlers? Where was Naseem Shah getting reverse swing? Where was Shaheen getting reverse swing? What happened to reverse swing? And Pakistan shot themselves in the foot, because what has been Pakistan's strength in the past? Lethal fast bowlers, very good spinners. That combination would help. Look at it. Mushtaq Ahmed would complement Waqar Yunus, would complement Wasim Akram.
Yes.
Look at in the past also. You would have a Shoaib Akhtar, you would have a Mohammad Asif, but who would then be the other spinners if you have to look at it?
There was a good Wahab Riaz to complement a Mohammad Amir. For that matter, there was Mohammad Irfan
Spinner,
also.
Syed Ajmal. And if you look at
Yasir Shah for some time.
Yasir Shah, then you had also this guy, that left armer.
Abdur Rahman.
No, Abdur Rahman, and then there was one more. Yasir Shah in that Australia series in 2014. Who was that guy? Left arm spinner, very underrated left arm spinner that was there. I know, it's there in the top of our mind.
I know you are talking.
Yes. So Yasir Shah. Now there is no Abrar Ahmed. Abrar Ahmed was going to be your leg spinning option, and he did trouble England.
You dropped him.
Huh?
Because you thought
you dropped him.
You fast bowling.
You dropped him. That's where. Poor decision making, poor temperament. Otherwise, if Pakistan had applied a bit of application, I'm pretty much sure Shan's declaration would not have been made to look so bad.
Yeah.
That is the thing. Zulfikar Babar.
Yes. I was checking out his name.
Yes. Zulfikar Babar.
I remember him getting out Glenn Maxwell in the second test, when Glenn Maxwell stepped out to flick it over the wicket. Yes.
So that is why Pakistan at this point already are staring at an abyss. Their remaining fixtures are not easy at all. You got one more test versus Bangladesh that will happen at Pindi, again in Rawalpindi. Then you got 3 tests versus England. God help you on that. You got 3 tests versus South Africa away. That's your only one away series. Then you got 2 versus West Indies at this point. Yeah, even there was Radish Kaneria also, which is right. But Pakistan's roads are not helping your cricket at all.
And I think Harsh Kedia has a comment. India need to win 7 matches. No, India need to win at least 5 matches.
No, but
out of
he's
10.
given the.
So if India
situation.
doesn't win at least 2 matches in BGT, then it will be Australia versus South Africa in WTC finals. And if India somehow managed to win 2, see, the point with India is that India have a total of 10 matches remaining, 2 Bangladesh, 3 New Zealand and 5 Australia. So if India can manage to win at least 5 of them, India are assured of another WTC final spot. So that's the thing with India. I think 7 is not the right figure if I'm not
Maybe,
wrong.
see, just to assure.
Just to assure, yeah.
Then no one else, then only be.
5 would guarantee you.
Yeah, I think he is looking for 7.
Okay.
Because who knows? Suppose 5 matches you win, okay? But if South Africa win 3 plus 2, if they win 7, then Australia, if they win 7.
See, 5 will pretty much be a safe number. 6 would assure it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because both Australia and South Africa have a capability of winning 7 tests.
And South Africa and Australia, they have a total of 7 matches remaining. 5 India, 2 Sri Lanka. They have to win a minimum of 4 to progress.
Yeah, so that is the thing. Dex is like saying, I think Devendra Pratap Singh had agreed with you, Shashwat, that yes, they do prepare roads and it doesn't make the Pakistan team look good at all. Zulfikar Babar was a better batter than Dex, Babar Azam. Dex, come on, yes, but serious questions have to be asked. Babar Azam's not been in form for the past. I mean, even in the T20 World Cup, was he in form? No, he wasn't. Which is why, whatever talk, I mean, I had never put Babar Azam as the Fab 4 contender in that sense. Is he catching up? Root is already going miles ahead.
Babar isn't.
Babar can't be.
To be very honest, I don't think there is a Fab 4 now. I think there is Root and then.
No, I mean, if you look at overall, there is Kohli
Kane
and then there is the
Williamson,
rest.
No, but that's
Obviously.
overall, nah.
Yeah.
Just in
But in
But
tests,
it has been Root only who has really stepped up his game ever since the COVID break.
And
He
again
knew
in
that
tests
he had
only.
chinks in his armor. He worked
Yeah.
on them, and since that time he has been a completely different batter. You look at
Exactly.
his performances in the subcontinent conditions.
But-
you will know it.
Yes, the laughably bad blunders that Park made, Dex is saying, wherein the made in this test were legendary. First, they did not pick Abrar Ahmed.
Yeah.
Second, they played too slow in this autobahn of a wicket, and he decided to
Exactly.
declare.
Pakistan are
Yeah,
making a
that's
mistake by not playing Abrar
Even
Ahmed.
I felt that only that it was a little too slow to begin.
Don't
with.
they have
to
any
play
other
him
spinner?
consistently.
No, Abrar they had Abrar.
Apart
They
from-
should have gone with Abrar. They have not Husnain. They have Abrar who was sitting out. But again, okay, even if you had Saim, you should have bowled Saim Ayub a little bit more. Once you realize that it's a turning try, okay, I agree that in the beginning you thought that it's going to be a very fast wicket. You wouldn't need spinners. Then you had Saim. You should have bowled Saim more because Saim is quite a good bowler in that sense.
So now South Africa, Dex has a comment said now South Africa remains the only side with Bangladesh have not
India.
defeated India.
They have not defeated
They are yet
India.
to defeat India in
Yeah.
a test match here.
They have beaten New Zealand twice.
They have beaten Australia, they have beaten England, Sri Lanka also.
Yeah,
Pakistan.
West Indies also.
West Indies also.
Pakistan also.
Yeah. So India and South Africa.
India and South Africa, yeah. Shubhadeep Banerjee is like saying, give credit to the experience of Bangladesh team. Just go down, Pawan, a bit more. Extremely mature performance.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
what
is.
can we say about the Bangladesh team here? I mean,
They have become a better team by winning in the home conditions, and that's how you become a better team. The problem with Pakistan is that they have failed to win in home conditions
Exactly.
now.
Yeah. But Bangladesh, I mean, credit to them. Their country is in turmoil. We don't know what is going to be the future of some of the players. There's been a regime change even in the Bangladesh cricket board as well. Despite all the, you may say, distractions, man, they have done fantastically.
But the
well.
last thing that that Pakistan cricket should now be doing now is getting rid of Jason Gillespie. See,
Just
you
one game.
Yeah, you had Gary Kirsten also, who came just before the T20 World Cup, and now you have had Jason Gillespie. So there's obviously
No, but
been a
they
change in the
split
coaching
captain,
staff. Yeah,
coaching, na,
split
and-
coaching staff. See, Pakistan cricket is usually known to make some hasty decisions when the team usually
You're
does
saying
not
it
do
should be
well.
one person
It
for
should
all
no.
reasons.
What I'm saying is that persist with the coaching staff. It should not be the case that even if you lose a couple of more matches, the question should not be asked out
You're
of
saying
any
it should be Jason
Gillespie.
Gillespie to continue?
Yeah,
Or-
let them continue.
No, but don't you think that it should be just one person handling all things?
See, the way to go nowadays is obviously split coaching. The thing may not be applicable in Indian cricket, but as far as the other, other nations are concerned, and obviously the availability of those coaches is there, they would want a lighter schedule for themselves also, because at the very same time, if they are coaching only one setup of a nation, you also have a chance to earn more money by being a part of a coaching staff of a T20 league team.
Yeah, but what I will say is this is a warning sign. India, don't take Bangladesh lightly in September.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
sure.
They'll come high on confidence.
Bangladesh might struggle in India. We know that they are not one of the favorites, but then ensure that you don't take them lightly, because Chennai, they are playing one test. If that turns out to be spin friendly, they have Mehdi, they have Shakib. Taijul didn't play in this match.
Yes.
Taijul could very well be a difference maker there also. So that is why. And said Bangladesh took the revenge of Gillespie's double 100. Well done, 201 that he made in Fatullah.
Yes.
Next, indeed, yes. So,
And he never played a test match after
he never
that.
played a test after. But yes, Bangladesh has taken the revenge. Well done. Comment of the day from Dex. So, Pakistan, sorry, I mean, their WTC is all but over for me, because see, even if they win the remainder, they are already too far down the track at this point. So that is why this will haunt them.
It has to.
On a road, how
Hopefully it does, then only things will change.
Yeah,
for them.
absolutely.
But Pakistan, they take time to come out of that bubble, because remember, it's been 3 years. You've seen regime change happen in Pakistan. You've seen regime change in
Players are
CCB.
almost the same. 70% of the players remain the same. Everything else changes.
But yeah, I think let's just end with one prediction. So one more test match remaining of this. What do you like? Let's start with Shashwat. Bangladesh 2-0.
No, I think Pakistan will bounce back.
Normally, Bangladesh have never done well after winning the first. Ask New Zealand. Okay, they did manage to win one match, but then they didn't win after that also. Bangladesh's main problem has always been consistency in that winning momentum.
In batting.
In batting. So that is why one hopes that they can do it. Same conditions, they are going to play in Pindi.
Yeah.
Unless it's a rank turner,
No.
then I think Pakistan have a faint chance. But I think Bangladesh might achieve a 1-0 win. I'm predicting on a draw also. They may produce another bigger road also.
No, I think it's going to be Pakistan, and you might see runs from Babar also.
Okay.
Well, let's hope.
So I am expecting a 2-0 finish for Bangladesh.
I'm predicting
think that
1-0.
will happen.
I'm
Yeah.
predicting 1-0 at this point. So because I don't know now what. See, I've given up on Pakistan pitches. If you want to rate the match, which is the worst pitches in the world,
Yeah.
Pakistan is right up there.
Yeah.
Number one, horrible pitches. First, Sri Lanka used to have that. Now Sri Lanka have changed, but now Pakistan, they just don't seem to change. So yes, that brings an end to this test match. And yes, England had already won against Sri Lanka in Old Trafford. It was a close match.
Yep.
Why can't they prepare pitches similar to that in Pakistan? So Pakistan, uphill struggle for them. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. From me, Shashwat and Sid Gulati, it is bye-bye. See you, and we'll be back soon for more sporting updates. Bye-bye.